Hi and happy Monday. I'm Stacie Tatera, Milwaukee Medium, and I'm here this week to do your weekly Angel Oracle card reading. And I kind of am in shock, but I don't know why. It's already January 14th. We're almost halfway through the month of January. It seems to be going very quickly. I actually had off last week. I was due to travel and that was canceled, so it was nice to be home and get some things done. And I'm sure if you follow me on Facebook, you saw some classes that were scheduled, and my first gallery event of the year will be March 23rd, and that's been scheduled. I will be I'm super excited about this. So if you haven't seen the information, go to my Facebook page, Stacie Tatera Medium Healer Teacher, so that you can get all the details. I'm doing a gallery reading March 23rd with Jennifer Lloyd, a psychic medium out of Oshkosh, and then Mike Pazorski. He is another medium, psychic medium who currently resides in the Milwaukee area. And we thought it would be fun to do an event, all three of us. So I'm excited to have announced that. Tickets are $45. It's at the Crown Plaza where I usually do my events and classes. And it's an afternoon event, which is kind of nice because then you can kind of get on with your day, go have dinner afterwards. So I'm super excited. So you can find the link to buy tickets on the Facebook event as well as on eventbrite.com. As always, if you're having issues, you can give me a call or email me at milwaukeemedium@gmail.com. But I hope everyone had a really great weekend, and I know it's been busy. Kids are back to school. Exams are coming up. I know my oldest daughter, Gracie, is a bundle of nerves as this is her first go-round with exams. So prayers that she does well and keeps grounded in the process. I don't miss those days at all. So this week we're gonna be using the Soul's Journey lesson cards. Typically when I come home the weekend before I do the Monday reading, it really, I ask the cards, as 50 of them fly across the room, what decks I should be using. And this was a deck that came up, and this is a James Van Praagh deck. And as you know, we're all on a soul journey, and that's why I love these cards. They're good reminders for what to focus on. I also have another card deck on standby, just in case I feel guided to choose another one. So I'm anxious to see what messages we have gotten. But again, around classes, if I just also scheduled an empath class for people who are empathic. This is a class for adults as well as younger people. So if you have a child or a grandchild that you know is empathic and super sensitive, it's a 2.5-hour class, and we're really going to talk about empowering yourself as an empath, how to navigate daily life being an empath, and it's focused specifically on that, letting people share their stories. I'm super excited about that class, and that's been posted as well. I still have one or two spots for my Reiki Master class. Reiki 1 seems to be full, which is this Saturday. And I think I have a spot or two open for my Angel card class as well. So lots of classes, lots of events. If you're looking to schedule online, right now I'm scheduling in March and April, okay? So let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say this week. Okay, I'm actually flipping all the cards because I can see what's going on here for the week. So again, these are your soul journey cards. So these tend to be a little bit deeper and a little bit more intense. And that's why I like these cards, because I feel like that's where a lot of us are in our journey. And if we're just starting out in the spiritual journey, it's a great way to jump in. But the first card for this week is envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges, okay? So what this card is telling us is that it's real easy for us to look around at other people and envy what they have or what we think their life looks like. And with social media, I think it's really, really easy and very common for people to really question their lives when they're seeing what's happening on Facebook or Instagram or even Snapchat or Twitter. And we tend to be envious in our own way around how other people look like they're living their lives. One of the things that I always remember is things aren't always as they seem sometimes, right? So it's best not to make judgments. It's best to wish people happiness in their journey, regardless of what they have, right? Because it's in their life for a reason. In most cases, people have worked very hard to be able to have the things that they do. But it is about keeping yourself in check and understanding that just because things may seem a little difficult for you right now and people around you may not be having those same difficulties, doesn't mean that they don't have their own challenges. Because trust me when I tell you, me included, we all go through stuff. We all have challenges. We all have family drama. We all have things that happen at work. There's always stuff because we're in this learning environment. That's what this human dimension is. We're learning, we're digging in. Every day is a new day, a new opportunity. So don't feel envious around things that are going on around you. The other thing that comes up for me on this is that this is about you also being super confident with who you are, okay? Thinking that you're less than someone else is a thought process that serves nobody, okay? So that's the other thing that the teams are telling me to mention with this card is that we are absolutely the same as everybody else. It's an equal playing field. We may vibrate differently, but ultimately we're all one. And that's what we have to try to remember. So whether you're looking at someone else and their life and where they're at and what they're doing, and you're comparing it to yourself, not a good idea. There's only one of you. And there's a reason for that, because you bring something very special to this world. And so embrace that and don't feel less of because of the things you're seeing around you, okay? Great card. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. This is a great card. Sometimes it's not easy to be courageous. Sometimes it's not easy to face your fears, but this card is encouraging you for this week and really every day to find that inner strength, to find that love that is really your anchor, so that you can face whatever life brings you with confidence, with a knowing that you are indeed supported by Source, by the angels, by your loved ones who have made their transition to the other side, not to mention your loved ones that are still here and your friends. So what's interesting about this card is it says, I find the inner strength. What that reminds us is that we have everything we need inside, okay? And sometimes we do need help and assistance with certain things going on in our lives, right? So whether you're seeing a counselor, a therapist, whether you're having energy work, whether you're coming in for a spiritual counseling, those are things that at times we all need to do. So maybe this card is you having the courage to say, I need help. Maybe it's a card giving you the courage to say, I can get through this. I can figure out what direction I need to go or I need to take. Where is that courage needed in your life? Is it the courage to go for the job, to decide that you're going to quit, to decide you're going to ask somebody out on a date? Is it the courage to leave a relationship? Those are all things that absolutely take courage and strength, but understand that the more confidence you have and the more you're grounded in that, the easier it is to move forward. And don't get caught up on what's right, what's wrong. It really needs to be what's in your best interest based on where you're at and what you're experiencing, okay? Great. Last card is patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Really good cards this week. Patience, and you know I have tattoos, and this one is a tribal seahorse. It's kind of weird to see, but it means patience and flexibility. And I got the card or the tattoo for a reason, because for me, being patient was not a strong suit of mine. I'm much better at being patient now and allowing things to flow. Not to say that I don't get a little bit like, oh, sometimes, because we all do, and patience with my children and things going on in their lives. But it is about accepting that everything that's happening or not happening is happening in divine timing, right? So if we're waiting to hear on something or about a situation, or, you know, again, what we experience in this life. So a lot of times it's about finances or relationships or job or children or health or family. Those are the core things that we're usually looking at. And so this card reminds us, and especially this week towards the end of the week, as we get into full moon energy, because it's a big full moon this coming weekend, the 20th, 21st. I have a Reiki class on the 19th because we're in that full moon energy. It's a full moon, it's a super moon, I think it's a wolf moon. So there's a lot of energy behind this moon. So it's asking us maybe to be more patient at the end of the week so that we can manage that energy. And remember this, okay? This is something that I think we forget sometimes, and even myself, is that we have control of our energy, okay? No one else controls that but us. It's energetic hygiene. How do we clear ourselves? How do we honor ourselves? How do we take care of our energy and our physical, our spiritual, our emotional? And one of the things that I want to remind each and every one of you of is, and there's so much information out there, and there's a lot of really great information, but we get heads up on what to expect with the full moon or Mercury retrograde, or this is going on or that's going on. You ultimately have control of your energy, okay? So sometimes it can take a little bit of work to keep things in check for yourself. But if you have those tools, which we talk about consistently on these readings, is that, you're meditating, you're grounding, you're praying, you're clearing your energy, you're clearing your space. When's the last time you saged your space, right? Take control of what energy you put out, okay? So that whatever energy comes into your space, you can handle it. Okay, so as we're moving through there were times when things would let up for us energetically several years ago. We don't get a lot of that anymore. It's a very consistent flow of energy, and we feel it pretty intensely most of the time, and it can manifest differently for us, right? So sometimes people can become anxious or depressed, or sometimes they become real hyper and they feel really good. Everybody responds differently, but remember that it's your energy and you have control of that. So please don't ever forget that, okay? So really, really great cards this week. Envy, we're remembering that we're the same as everybody else, but with just different challenges. Everybody has their own journey, not ours to judge it. Remembering to be confident about yourself, being courageous. What courageous move will you make this week? Without fear and with confidence, and being patient, understanding that everything happens as it should. And we joke that, again, this is typically a card I always need to remind myself about. So really, really great cards this week. Good messages for the week, what to expect. Again, we're going into that full moon energy at the end of the week. So be mindful of that. It's a time of releasing for those who have set intentions, done vision boards. You really want to try to get any of those things done before the full moon so it can be locked and sealed, and then we can move forward into 2019. I realize this year has already served to be for a lot of loss for people already. I attended a funeral service viewing this last weekend. Lots of people making their transition. So please trust in that process and trust that there's divine order in all of that as well. Praying for families that are hurting and grieving, that their sadness be healed, and that their loved ones, can embrace them at some point with their love and support, which we know they give us absolutely from the other side. So Great messages. You can find me at MilwaukeeMedium.com. Again, Facebook, Stacie Tatera Medium Healer Teacher. There's a list of events as well as classes where you can sign up. The gallery event March 23rd is coming up. So you're not guaranteed a reading in the gallery, but it's always nice to be in that environment because so many times a message will resonate for you, and we really do, as three of us, get through quite a few people. So thanks for tuning in. Have a fantastic week. And if you have any questions or have comments on the cards, I always welcome that. And have a blessed week, and I will see you next Monday. Take care.